Once upon a time, in a small village among the mountains, there lived a guy named Maxim. He was 28 years old, and he was a very restless person. His mind was constantly churning with thoughts. From morning to evening, thoughts replaced one another, and because of this, he felt anxious and heavy. He was always sad about what had passed and afraid of what hadn't happened yet. Because of these thoughts, his mind resembled a storm. He couldn't relax, he slept poorly, and even forgot how to genuinely smile. One day, Maxim heard about a village far away in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there. He used to be a minister at one of the local temples. He had helped many people and taught them how to find inner peace. Now he was older. He had left the hectic city life and settled in a quiet village close to nature. Sometimes he gave advice to those who came to him. Maxim became curious, and a glimmer of hope lit up in his soul. He decided that he absolutely had to meet this old man. Maybe he can help me, thought Maxim. After a long and tiring journey, he finally reached that village. He saw a small house covered with greenery. An old man was sitting quietly on the porch. His eyes were closed, and he looked very peaceful. Maxim approached and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is completely exhausted. I can't stop the flow of thoughts. I really need peace. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled calmly. "So, you are looking for peace?" he said. "Come, I will give you a task." He led Maxim into the yard, took a glass, and filled it with water to the very brim, so full that even a small shake would spill it. He handed the glass to Maxim and said, "Walk to the end of the village and come back, but be careful, don't spill a single drop." Maxim was surprised but decided to try his best. He took the glass and started walking carefully. The road was narrow and busy. Some were walking, some were running. Merchants were calling out to customers, dogs were barking. But Maxim did not look around. His gaze was fixed only on the glass. He moved slowly, step by step. People looked at him with curiosity, but no one interfered. Everyone understood. He was learning something important. Finally, Maxim returned to the old man and said, "I did it. I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded and smiled. Then he asked, "That's good. But tell me, did you see the children playing on the roadside? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Maxim was surprised. "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was completely focused on the glass." The old man smiled again and said gently, "There it is. The secret. Something that was always inside you, but you just didn't notice. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no room for fear, doubt, or unnecessary thoughts. You were only thinking about the water in the glass, and at that moment, your mind became completely quiet. You weren't sad about the past, you weren't afraid of the future." And then Maxim began to understand. This was the very peace he had been searching for so long. Peace is not something we find somewhere outside. Peace is already inside us when we live in the here and now. Maxim bowed his head and said quietly, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must keep it in this moment. That is when true peace will come." The old man smiled. The sun was setting and the last rays were lighting up the earth. Birds were returning to their nests. Maxim headed home. But he was no longer that exhausted and restless guy. He had changed. Peace had settled inside him because now he knew how to calm his mind. If you liked this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new inspiring stories. Thank you for being with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay healthy and keep your peace.